pivot, swivel, pivot.
What the hell did you just say?
What's that on that be, ho?
Hated it.
It looked like a toy. Huh. I thought it was a little bit too big.
That's what she said.
What's it gonna be? Apparatus, if you will. It's a lot. What's up, everybody? My name is Andrea. If you're new here and if you are, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below. And to my OG subscribers, thanks for tuning back in and welcome back to another video. So, judging by the title, you know why we're here. But first, a fit check. Y'all know I live for a t-shirt. You can dress them up, you can dress them down. They're just foolproof. So when I saw this one, I had to get it. It is from ASOS and I will link it for you guys. It's a t-shirt with a twist because it has this little ruched bandeau situation that makes it look like you actually tried when you didn't. You just like threw on a shirt. So I love the double layer, and like I said, I'll link it for you down below. It's just it's so flattering, fits so well. Throw on some jeans or a trouser and you're good to go. Now to the main event. Okay, so spring bedroom refresh. Spring bedroom refresh is in full effect. Now, because this is a refresh and not a revamp, everything doesn't need to be touched. Like, I'm not changing my nightstands, I'm not changing my console table, no big furniture or anything like that. But I am gonna tweak the lighting, maybe a few decor pieces, the wall art, and maybe the lamps. We shall see. These videos take me so long because I'm very picky, and when I want something done, I want it done right. I don't want to just throw it together just to give you guys a video, right? So here we go. Now, I will say, whenever I do a bedroom refresh, the main thing I change is the bedding. Like, that's the base of the whole aesthetic. I usually just base everything off what the color of the bedding is going to be, and yeah. In case you forgot, I shared some linen bedspreads with you guys back in my Zara home sale haul. Zara home sale haul. Yeah, they were these two, and I was really debating on what I wanted to do for spring. It was either going to be like this very terracotta, kind of rusty brown, or this pale pink. And I went on Pinterest and found so many inspo pics. It made it hard to choose. But honestly, I feel like I want to use this during the fall season because that brown is just, it feels more fall appropriate, while this one is bright but soft, perfect for the spring season. So we're gonna do this one. Like I said, the bedding sets the tone for the bedroom. So I went on Pinterest and kind of put together a mood board. I really wanted to put together all the elements that are gonna be in my bedroom to make sure they all fit well. So we have pale pink, we have viola calico marble, we have wood, we have copper, we have travertine, we have beige linen, we have some brown sherpa in there. So it's a lot. Okay, but I feel like it's all gonna come together well. In case you're new here, I created these sconces out of these viola calico marble cutting boards. They were advertised as cutting boards, but I felt like they would be better as backgrounds to some light fixtures. So I went through this whole thing. I got some actual sconces and just mounted them on top of the cutting boards. And then I added these little portable tea lights like these, the ones I used in this little apparatus, if you will. but it was getting annoying because they're not rechargeable. If they were rechargeable, it'd be totally fine, but the fact that they're not, it was just a lot. In order to change it, I kind of rigged it to the way I was keeping the little tea lights inside of the opening of the sconce. I used putty, and y'all, I didn't want to go through that every time I needed to change the little light bulb. So I decided I was going to go with something that's rechargeable. Now, you're probably asking, Andrea, why didn't you just screw in a rechargeable light bulb into the sconce? Well, for some reason, every rechargeable light bulb I find has this like thick white band around it, and it's just not cute. Like, if you can see it, it's not, to me, it was bothering me. So I had to come up with a different option. And these were the options. So clearly we have quite a few things to talk about. So let's get into it. So we'll start with this one. I personally love how dark metal looks up against Viola Calicut marble. Like, it just looks good everywhere. So I went to Zara Home's website to see what they had, and they had this adorable sconce. I love it so much. I wish it would have worked out, but here's why it didn't. So like I told you guys, the main objective was to hide the thick white band that comes at the base of the light bulbs, and this just wasn't it because it doesn't have a traditional screw-in light bulb setup.
What the hell did you just say?
I don't know if that makes sense. That didn't make sense. The type of bulbs that fit inside of here are the, I don't know the name, I'll put it up on the screen, but they like snap or kind of plug into the space. I could have rigged it, but it still would have stuck out. You see what I'm saying? Like, so sadly, I'm gonna have to return this one, and that's why it didn't work. This was option number 2. I love that this was brass. I originally had brass sconces on there anyway, so I was like, you know, same concept. Love the way that looks. I found this on Amazon, and I loved how simple but elevated this looked, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's perfect because I can fit a bulb in here perfectly without it showing at all. Like, this is, you can pivot this, pivot, swivel, pivot. You can change the direction of this light, but I thought it was a little bit too big.
That's what she said.
Like, I didn't want to hide the marble because the Viola Calicut marble is the star of the show, and I didn't want to block it with this big, I don't even know what this butt? The big opening of this sconce. Also, the sconces that I had before had like a little lip, so they fit perfectly on the screw, but when I tried to mount this on the screw that's already there, it was just slide because there's no support here. It's just flat. That didn't really make sense. I'll show you what I mean in some kind of video here on the screen, but unfortunately that one didn't work either. Option 3 was actually this, and just let me explain because I know it looks crazy. So I saw these light fixtures on Pinterest, and I just loved the simplicity of them. Like, they were up against this plastered wall, and they just blended right in, but provided you that glow. So I wanted to see if I could kind of recreate that. I found these what were they called? Wall planters? I don't know. I put it on the screen, but I found these on Amazon. The opening was just big enough to fit these bulbs that I found, and I can just charge them, stick them in, perfect. I could paint them a different color, something a little bit softer than this stark white, but the hole was too small. And yes, I could just use a different screw, but y'all, all I wanted to do was hang something up there. Maybe do a little painting, but I didn't want to take down the screw, take out the wall anchor. Are those, that's what they're called, right? The little plastic pieces? Re-anchor, re-screw. I didn't want to go through that. So unfortunately, this one didn't work. But yeah, that was that one. Then I found these. These are actually wall planters as well that I got on Amazon. I was gonna paint them. There is this light fixture. I've been trying to find an affordable option. I just love the shape. I love that they are copper. I love the little slit that they had, but I couldn't find anything that I wanted to spend money on. So I saw this triangular shape and I was like, I can work with that. It didn't have the slit, but the shape was there. And of course the paint, that's easy to change. It still fit my light bulb, so I was like, okay, we can use this. Again, the haul wasn't right, so I didn't go with this one either. By this point, I was tired of ordering stuff, tired of trying to make things fit, so I took a little break, and one night I was looking at my sconces and a light bulb went off. I thought to myself, what would happen if I just flipped the sconces around where the opening was facing up and add a lampshade? Huh! I already had these. I shared them with you guys in a previous haul that I put on top of candle holders. So I tried this on top of the sconce. Unfortunately, these were a little bit too wide. They were hitting the wall, so they didn't sit upright. So I just went back to Amazon and looked to see if I can find one with a smaller diameter, and we found her. So here's the shade that I found on Amazon as a pair. Not expensive at all, but still looks so elevated. Like, are y'all dying? Oh, so good. Okay, so boom, I took the sconce and added this USB rechargeable light bulb. It actually comes with a remote, which is amazing. The lampshades come with a clamp, which fit right over the bulb. And yeah, that's it, that's all. Now that I had settled on the details for the sconces, I stepped back and I looked at the sculpture that has been sitting on that pedestal in that corner for as long as I can remember. Like, girl, I know you tired. Now, because I added those lampshades to the sconces, it gave them height, and I felt like the scale was a little bit off, if that makes sense. So I felt like the scale would be better with a shorter sculpture. There's a sculpture that I shared with you guys a few weeks ago, a total dupe of the Simone Bodmer Turner. Simone Bodmer Turner. Gosh, that name just always gets me. But it's a total dupe of one of her sculptures, and I loved it so much. But in case you missed it, here it is. Are you kidding? Like $8, like from Ross. Ross dress for less. And like I said, I thought it would be better because it's shorter. There's still an abstract aesthetic to it to add some juxtaposition to everything in my room. But I was also thinking, I need to paint it. When I look at that corner in my room, everything is so soft and so cohesive. The walnut wood, the beige linen, the muted brass, like, such a vibe. And this sculpture, similar to my other one, that stark white was just kind of throwing me off a little bit. So I thought butter yellow, let's tap into that. Again, I went to Amazon and I found this paint. Y'all, this was 98 cents. 98 cents. And I was a little bit suspicious because 98 cents, I don't know what the color payoff of this is gonna be. So I just crossed my fingers and hoped it would be top tier. Like I said earlier, I wasn't sure what the color payoff of this paint was gonna be. So I did a few test swatches. The one in the center is the paint neat, if you will. Bottom is a shade lighter and the top is about 3 shades lighter. It seemed like the shade would be fine without any manipulation, so I went with it.
It's not that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you said my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear.
What's that on that beat, ho?
Okay, so that yellow is crazy. Very bold, very rich. Yeah.
Hated it.
That's gonna bother me, so we need to fix it. Now that I saw how bold the color was after drying, I decided the top shade was best. All I did was mix the original paint with this other paint I had on hand. It's kind of a creamy vanilla, perfect for softening that yellow. Okay, that is like so much better. It still looks a bit darker, kind of neon-like on camera, but in person it's so much softer. The first time looked deeper on camera as well, but it was just a little bit too, it looked like a toy. And I wasn't going for the rubber ducky vibe. So clearly the color payoff depends on how the light hits it, but it's way softer than the first time I painted it. So yeah. Okay, so next up I had to figure out what piece of art was gonna live on the wall in between my windows in my bedroom. I wasn't sure what was gonna look best or what I wanted to go for. I could have kept the painting that was up there from my last bedroom refresh, a different painting, or even some kind of sculpture of some sort. Okay, so wall art. I'm trying to figure out if I want to keep this painting up here. It still fits really well, flows with the room, but I want to play around with some other stuff. So here are the options that I pulled. This is actually a tray. I shared it with you guys a couple weeks ago. Looks like an oatmeal cream pie. I love it. So I could mount that on the wall for a different shape. I was thinking about this one too. It's also a tray, but I love the detail on it, but it's also very simple and small. We could go with the beautiful Athena Calderon piece right here. Again, it's a different shape, might be fun. And then I was also thinking we could add her. This piece is just so stunning to me. I love her. I love the frame on this too. So I guess we'll kind of put them up on the wall one at a time and see what works best. Okay, so I love how the color variation is different from everything in here, but it's still cohesive. So yeah, don't hate that. Let's try the next one. That may be a little too small. I feel like, I don't know, something's throwing me off. I don't know what it is. It doesn't look bad in person because I can see like the full wall, but on camera it looks a little crazy. I don't know if it's because of how big my plant is compared to the tray, but let's try the next one. Oh my gosh. I actually really love that there. I think it's because of the colors, like since I have the pale pink, the yellow, and then the painting has blue and a little bit of a marigold in it. Oh my gosh. So that's my favorite so far, but I want to do the oatmeal pie piece up there as well, just to be sure. Don't hate it, but don't necessarily love it. It might be the stools plus the vessels plus that. It's a lot of circles. So it's not the worst, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the curly fro baddie. I realized that the paintings I put on this wall were rather big, so the wall didn't seem bare. Since this art is smaller, I decided to split up the curtain panels so the center of the wall wouldn't seem so bare.
I fall for you every time I try to resist you. You can get away. Palm trees, beach views, so they never play. All I wanna hear is in the visions I replay. Sit right next to you. I try not to show how I feel about you. You don't really want to, I just wanna get away and sit right next to you. I don't wanna kiss you. Yeah, I just wanna feel you. Feel you. I want you around. Around. I want you around. Around. I want you around. Around. I want you around.
Okay guys, that is it for me today. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending some time with me. So happy with how my bedroom turned out. So happy I finally made the time to film it. It's been so hard trying to find balance. Trying to do life and do a job is work. Like, it's just extra work, but we're getting there. We're getting there. I will link everything that I can down below. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did, and yeah, that's it. That's all. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Hit that subscribe button, that notification bell if you haven't. Take care of yourselves, those around you, and your mental health, and I will see you guys in my next video. But until then, peace out.
I don't wanna kiss you. Yeah, I just wanna feel you.